It sorry about that. You know what happened? You know what happened, you guys? I'm pretty sure there weren't enough likes, so YouTube turned it off. I said, "There's that many people there, and there's nobody even liking it. Let's not even spend any airtime on that ridiculous crew." There weren't enough likes, so it automatically turned it off. Isn't that weird? That's kind of a weird thing for it to do, huh? Maybe if you guys want to keep it on, just hit the like button, okay? Just hit the old like button. If not, it's okay. YouTube will just turn us off. It's all right. We'll have to find something else to do in the morning. Briefly. Okay, Trip, that isn't what happened. I accidentally hit the wrong button. I'm lying to everybody here. I am now confessing that what I just told you was a complete lie. YouTube did not turn us off accidentally. Pops did it accidentally. Yesterday, briefly. Yesterday, did I get anybody on that one? Because I sure have a lot of likes all of a sudden. All of a sudden, everybody here's hit the like button. Oh, what's up with that? Okay. That's funny. If you think about it, all of a sudden, everybody hits a like button. Means your thumbs work. Means your like button works. Okay, that's what it means. Yesterday was amazing. I know everybody out there has their own Thanksgiving Day story. The popology story for yesterday was when you're I'm trying to think of the right way to put it. I was invited to Jeff's house. Brock and I were invited to Jeff's house for Thanksgiving. As you guys saw, some of you might have seen, Miss Rose came and picked us up. It was nice. Can I tell you guys a story? Can I tell you guys a story about what happened on the way? What happened on the way to Jeff's house for Thanksgiving? It's interesting. Pops, we need to leave a little bit early because we're going to swing by and we're going to pick up one of Jeff's friends. Somebody, a pal of Jeff's. Okay, so, of course, no problem. We get there to pick up this guy. A little bit out of the way, but not a problem because it's on the way to Jeff's. We get there to pick up the guy. Rose goes, knocks on the door. I guess she gets invited in. She's in there for a couple minutes. She comes out. The guy coming out behind her, I'd never met him before. Shirt tail hanging out. Looking half in the bag. Can't make it down the steps. It's 9:30 in the morning. Can't make it down the steps. Tottering. Sloppy on the car, even opening the door. We clear it out, let him have the front seat. Gets in the car. We haven't been in the car 2 or 3 minutes. He's crying. Weeping. Oh. And I'm sitting right behind him in the back seat. Thanksgiving, we're on our way to Jeff's house. This isn't a poor guy. This is a guy that has decided, I'm going to handle whatever. I don't know what I'm going to pounding before we even came and picked him up. Kimberly, you picked up my ex. I'm in the back seat. What's the impeccable thing to do? There's a 600-pound elephant in the car. Everybody in the car knows we're driving around with a French fry drunk. The guy just got out of rehab last week. Work put him through rehab. What's the impeccable thing to do? Because we got a guy in the front seat turning around, trying to high-five people, crying, telling everybody I'm a disaster, I'm a wreck, I'm so sorry, but I'm bitter. What's the impeccable thing to do? We have another 30-minute drive. Rose is in the front seat being as sweet as Rose always. Oh, so how are things? How are things with the daughter? Oh, my daughter. It starts crying about the daughter. We're taking this guy to the party. I don't think Jeff knows what's coming. Lad says drop him back off at the clinic. I'll tell you the impeccable thing to have done. I'll be honest with you. It's the rough one. But if I'd have been Rose and I knocked on the door, dude came and I could tell him, plus he's smelling like beyond a brewery. I said, bro, you're not ready to go. You go ahead and sit back down. Give us a call later. But I'm not taking you to Jeff's looking like this. I'm not going to do it. Go sit down. I'd get in the car and we'd go to the party without him. And then we bring him back a plate on the way home. Just do it without even telling him. Just swing back by and drop off a plate. Welcome to Thanksgiving morning. You got some decisions to make. What are you going to do? So Pops is sitting in the back seat. And after about 15 minutes of the blurbering and blabbering and Rose trying to and everybody ignoring it, I said, hey, Jason, this is Pops in the back seat. You been drinking this morning? What? He wants to dissemble, doesn't want to answer the question. I go, have you been drinking? I'll have to raise my voice. Maybe you can't hear me. Alcoholics don't hear very well. Have you been drinking this morning? And then you wait for an answer. Yeah, I'm just, it was a bad call, bro. We're going to get you through this. It's going to all work out, but that was a bad call. And then you take them to the side when you get there and you spend some time and you give some phone numbers and you give a little counseling. And then you know what else we did? There were 25 people at Jeff's party yesterday. 25 people. We cleared the beer out, cleared the liquor out. We're all going to drink pop today. We don't need to put another thing in front. He gets there because, is there any beer? No. We got the place cleared out. You're going to sober up as you eat some turkey. That's what you're going to, the rest of us are going to support the process without saying a word. Just put all the beer away. I wanted a Corona. I wanted a Corona. but not that bad. He really calmed down. He knew everybody there. He knew people there better than I did. He's been a part of this group for a long time. He just disappeared into the cups. Showed up in the cups. Of course it's social anxiety. Of course there's reasons he did it. Of course it was going to be tough for him to get somewhere without... Anybody that if you're enabling it, you're part of the problem. Do you understand? If you're sitting in the car pretending it's not happening and you're not going to address it, you're part of the problem. And I'm not going to tell you I handle it super huggy. I'm not a huggy guy when you're creating a problem. But I'll help you fix it. We'll get you into some microdosing. We'll get you some counts. Whatever that program you went to, it sure didn't work, because a week later you're already going to go dishonor your best friends and show up at their house looking like a... Don't do it. The best part of this whole story is that there wasn't one single person at the party going, hey, where's the beer? It was like, there's no beer here. We're not going to drink beer today. We're going to take care of Jason today. And tomorrow. That's right, Whiskey. We'll get them squared away. So I know this is kind of a tough, good, the morning after message. I'm kind of yelling at you guys. Don't bring a drunk to your friend's house. You're not honoring your friend. Forget the other guy. But if you choose to, take it all the way and do it right. And you don't let a guy off the hook. Give me 10 people said, I would have let the guy off the hook. I wouldn't have said anything. Who would not have said anything? Oh, it's okay. Let's pretend. Let's put blinders on. We don't see this. Let's drink some more at our party. Come on. And I'll be honest with you, wouldn't have even, if it were my call in the first place, he wouldn't have even been in our car. I would have left him home in a good, polite way and dropped him off something. And all I could tell people in the process, don't enable people to do the things that are destroying them. Don't enable people to do the things that they're doing that are destroying them. You're supposed to be a healer. Your job, you signed up to heal people. Oh, can I give you guys a sad fact of life? Sometimes healing includes pain. That was a good answer from Key Rin. Sometimes healing, because you don't know what you're going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do for 15 minutes. I'm sitting in the back seat going, am I going to listen to this guy cry and blubber for the rest of the day? And we're all going to go drink beer in front of him? With him? Watch it get worse? We got to clean this up somehow. Way before we get to my best friend's house. I can tell you when I got there, it was the most beautiful. Belinda had the house decorated to the nines. I felt like I was outdoors in the fall, autumn stuff everywhere. It was beautiful. Food, beyond what you can imagine, the food. Unbelievable setup. Did I have a little bit of social anxiety? Yeah, of course. I'm going to a house. The only one I know, really, is Jeff and Belinda and Jeff's son and Jeff's brother. Those are the only people I had met. And this is going to be a big party, a big family. Jeff's got a beautiful family. Handsome brother, handsome. His sister's beautiful. Sister's husband looks like a male model. Literally, he should be male modeling. The children were out of a magazine, perfect behavior. I met Jeff's mom first time. She gives me this big, beautiful hug, and she whispers in my ear. This made my day. Seriously. She whispers in a big, beautiful hug. She goes, Jeff always talks about you. Now, I know we say that when we meet people. Oh, so-and-so always talks about you. But that one felt really sincere. I wonder what he says. Jeff always talks about you. She whispers in my ear. I was like, is that right? It made me feel amazing. You know, we always say that to each other. Oh, so no, he tells me everything. This one sounded very, very sincere. I had the best time yesterday. After we got out of the car with our blurbling blubbler guy, and we worked that out for him. And did he behave the whole time there? Absolutely. But he also thought there was a drill instructor with his eye on him. Don't you be messing up over there. Anything wrong with that? No. You sit right there. You're going to do a great job of behaving. What channel do you want on the TV? Every time I came in the room, okay, all right. Okay, we'll drive you home. No. A lot of love, because guys like that need a lot of love too, right? Drill sergeant love stuff. Did I text him this morning? Give me 5 people that said, did Pops text him this morning? Just give me 5 people. Did I text my new friend this morning? Whiskey thinks I did. Overjoyed said he probably did. I promise I did. Did he text back? Yep. So we'll see. That's another thing. When you take on with, don't be a flash in the pan guy. Don't be a flash in the pan. You don't just get to tell people what to do and then walk away. If you're going to delegate, if you're going to get involved, if you're going to become a friend, you put your part in it too. You put your part in it too. Right? So I'm thinking yesterday, am I eating a lot of tryptophan today? That's right, DJ, you can't initiate change. Not that I'm initiating it. He's already trying to change. He's already going through programs. He's already fell off. That's all right. That part's all right. It's what do you do next? Well, you behave yourself for the rest of the day. That's what he did. What do you do today? You text me back. That's what he did. So we'll see where we go with it. Enough of that story, but it was very important for me personally to tell it. Because we all have stories like that going on. And I also think that it's very easy, and it would have been super easy. How much easier, let me ask a quick question. How much easier would it have been yesterday to sit in the back seat of the car and just ignore that this guy was blubbering in the front seat, whatever it was, and then just drop him off at Jeff's and ignore it and avoid him at the party? Oh, someone else's situation. How much easier would that have been? It would have been a lot easier. I promise. But it wouldn't have been impeccable. It would not. Healers don't do that. Okay? Sometimes healers have to do stuff that's not easy. And they have to step up and they have to be the bad guy. You're not being a bad guy when you're helping somebody get better. What do we know about tryptophan? We have 3 giveaways coming. So hang in here. I got 3 giveaways. But I wanted to get that healing Thanksgiving. I wanted to get that healing Thanksgiving out. Okay? Tryptophan. We all know what tryptophan is, right? That's it, EMT. You can't walk over the body. You got to stop. That's right, man. Okay? Anyways, thanks for letting me tell that story, you guys. Mostly, it makes me feel good to know that there's right ways to handle things. And you know what? As I was doing it, there was a minute I was going, if I want to, I'm going to get resentful at this guy. I'm going to get either that or I'm going to remember that kindness takes many forms. And I want to also say kindness doesn't mean you're patting them with a pillow. Sometimes kindness is a bat. Sometimes kindness is a bat. Ooh. Is that a popsism? Did I just make that one up? What food is the highest in tryptophan? Censor's like, I can get down with that. He's picking up the bat right now. Straighten up and fly right. Thanks, I needed that. Okay? I love you guys so much. Don't get in the car drunk with me on the way to Jeff's. Oh, boy, am I going to take care of you? Huh? Okay, enough with that story. What food is highest in tryptophan? Milk. Milk. Milk is milk. Does tryptophan make us sleep? People think, oh, I'm going to eat a lot of tryptophan. That's what makes me sleepy. Not so much. It's not really that. Tryptophan's an incredible ingredient that the human body needs. Did you know that? I didn't. I thought it was just something that, I'm going to have a lot of turkey and I'm going to have some tryptophan. Whole milk is one of the largest sources of tryptophan. It has about 732 milligrams per quart. 2% reduced fat milk is also a good source. It has about 551 milligrams per quart. It is not the tryptophan that makes us sleepy. Tryptophan actually triggers our serotonin hormones, the same one microdose does. Tryptophan. Now, it doesn't do the healing and the regeneration and the plasticity issues, but it tingles the old serotonin hormone. As a result, it makes melatonin. Melatonin is what causes our sleepiness. Think about that. Tryptophan triggers our serotonin. Let me read just a couple more ingredients. Excuse me, high in food content, tryptophan contents. Canned tuna. I hate canned tuna. It's probably one of the worst things in the whole world. Turkey and chicken, number 3. Turkey is my favorite meat on the planet Earth. I love turkey. Number 4, oats. Number 5, cheese. 6, nuts and seeds. A lot of those nuts and stuff, you're sitting around eating a fistful of cashews, you're ingesting a lot of tryptophan. What is tryptophan good for? What is tryptophan good for? This is going to blow your mind. Well, we know it's triggering our serotonins, right? It helps us combat anxiety in our bodies. Anxiety. Tryptophan. No wonder I like turkey. And depression, that's right. No wonder I like turkey so much. I don't like being anxious and depressed. I eat turkey. I feel like, do I feel like dancing? I guess I do internally. Anxiety. In a small study of young adults, the researchers found that changing the diets of participants to include more tryptophan created positive changes in their moods. It reduced the symptoms of anxiety and depression. When you have a lack of tryptophan, insufficient dietary intake of tryptophan can lead to low serotonin levels. When you have low serotonin levels, what's the result? Depression, anxiety, irritability, impulsiveness, inability to concentrate, poor dream recall, and insomnia. We naturally eat tryptophan, and it keeps some of this stuff from happening to us. But some of us, believe it or not, with some of these anxiety and depression issues, we actually bring to the table a little bit less our what's the right word? Our system isn't processing the tryptophan in exactly the same way, and or you may not be ingesting enough. I think the moral of the story is, if you're so depressed that you're sitting on the couch, eat a turkey. No. Go for a walk, for sure, because that'll generate serotonin in and of itself. Am I right? But if you're sitting around and you're all anxious and upset, eat a turkey. Okay? And have a nice dream. Okay? You'll recall your dream, if you eat a turkey, a whole turkey all by itself, sitting on the couch. I'm going to do one more thing. This is really random. Kindness is a bat, happiness is a turkey leg. Chris has got us this morning. Yeah. Kindness is a bat. That is so damn funny. Kindness. So, in summary, Pops, what you're saying is kindness is a bat and happiness is a turkey leg. Oh, see, I don't even want to talk anymore. Can I just read comments for the rest of the day? So, kindness is a bat. I'm going to read one more thing to you guys. Okay, this is interesting information. It's completely off course. So, hit the turkey with the bat. So beat it up good with the bat. How about the bat of kindness? And then have a bite of it, and you get some kindness and antidepressant drugs at the same time. There's all kinds of ways you can go with this. Was William Shakespeare a fraud? I know it's off subject. I know that. But yes, a couple of days ago we asked to go scratch you. Okay, so this one's just kind of another question. Was William Shakespeare a fraud? Give me, what is your opinion before we even read the facts? What do you know? Of course he was a fraud. No, he wasn't a fraud at all. Which one do you think? Was he a fraud? What's a fraud mean to you, Super? Define it for yourself and then answer the question. There's a lot of unsures. Did he have ghostwriters that scratched him? You know, there's all kinds of academic research on this to find out, was William Shakespeare a fraud? Is anybody interested, or should I just move on? Seriously, should I just, there's another subject. If we don't want to figure that out, we'll go to, give me 5 people. Pops, tell us if he was a fraud or not. I don't know. Do you guys want to hear it? Faye's like, nope, I want to hear about Myco. Okay, Faye, you're hard to please. I also have a box sitting here. Would I please get your address? Okay. Sherry's at least interested. With any famous person, you will always find controversy and mystery surrounding them, like Pops. With any famous person, you're always going to find controversy and mystery surrounding them. You're talking about me. This all comes down to the fact that the more popular they are, the more we as humans elevate them to a godlike status. So the more popular they are, the more godlike they're getting, right? So much so that we don't think about the fact that they are ordinary people. Because this thought simply doesn't track with their extraordinary achievements, lives, and status. So I'm telling you guys up front, I'm an ordinary person, I'm not godlike. They're not talking about me. They're talking about William Shakespeare. Here we go. One bard, William Shakespeare, is no stranger to conspiracy. When we hear his name, we are transported to a different era, awash with romantic and intense protagonists and antagonists. So let's delve into some facts and evidence that we do know. Firstly, most of Shakespeare's family is said to be poor and illiterate. There is no factual evidence that verifies that he was even educated enough to write. He did questionable things like writing his own name differently on each manuscript and play. Other historical figures mostly referred to him as an actor and not a writer. And lastly, when he passed, there was no mention of him in the works associated with him in his will or his testament. He didn't leave any information behind, oh, you get my play, you get that, you get that. Add to that the fact that he wasn't penned in his usual poetic writing style. Mind-blowing, right? Some believe that Sir Francis Bacon was behind the works because while William was born poor, for some uncanny reason, he could write about nobles and their opulent lifestyles in great detail. How can you write about a topic you have no intimate knowledge about? On top of that, when Bacon and Shakespeare's works are compared, there are a lot of similarities that simply can't be ignored. Another theory fantasized by conspiracy theorists is that a group of ghostwriters were responsible for many of the works that Shakespeare is credited for. Why? This is due to the presence of a group of writers called the Oxford Syndicate during the same period. And the fact that Shakespeare was never seen writing alone. So was Shakespeare even a genuine person? Fact or fiction? You decide. And it leaves us hanging. I've read a lot about it. I've read a couple of books on the old story of, is Willie real? And it's pretty fascinating. And the truth is, they haven't come up with another historical figure. Bacon, there's a lot of reasons it's not Bacon. They just threw that in here. They have not been able to find another historical figure that could stand in for him. I'm 90% convinced he was a regular guy that turned out to be an incredible author because he owned a theater, built and owned a theater, and then he had to write the plays that were going to be performed at the theater. So that's where most of his stuff comes from. Anyways, that was good. Is Francis anything like Kevin? Oh, so I think there was probably some collaboration in some of his works, but in general, I think Shakespeare probably is a real story. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Where am I? Where am I? I was discovered in 1820. So where do you think I am? If I was discovered in 1820, I'm not Detroit. Detroit's much, much younger than that, older than that. 1820, I'm Indiana, I'm the Galapagos Islands, I'm in the woods. I'm South America, I'm electricity. Where am I? 1820. Nat got it, it's over. Nat got it, it's over. Antarctica, Nat, I got a problem though. You won something this week. You won something this week, Nat. You won something this week. You won a nice big box this week. What am I going to do with you, Nat? I'm going to send you something else in that same box because it's sitting right here ready to go. So I'm going to do another one. Nat, you won that one. I'm going to put something in your other box from this week. Okay? I promise I'll put 2 or 3 grams of some good supplement in there. But I'm sorry, I wanted someone else to win this one. Okay? I want someone else to win this one. Can you give it away to someone? Yes, you can, Nat. Let's do that. If you don't mind, that'd work out just great, too. So, Nat, who are you going to give this to? I'll show you what it is. I'll show you what it is. It's one of our little lit mushrooms. Who does Nat giving it to? Let us know when you see. She's giving you one of these little mushrooms. And I'm going to put something else in your box still, Nat. Don't worry about it. Okay? I promise. Okay? So you're going to get one of these little guys, whoever Nat's giving this to. Okay? I promise I'm going to put something nice in your other box. It hasn't mailed out yet. I'm going to go to the mail here right after our show. Also in this box is some Pop Smoky. We've got some Pop Smoker Roker. Some really good stuff. Okay, so we got those two. We also have, oh my goodness, it's 5 grams. Ghost Crunchies. 5 grams of Ghost Crunchy. So this is what Nat's giving away to you guys. Okay? And then Nat, I'll put some more Ghost Crunchies in your box. Okay? I'm waiting to see who Nat gave that to so we can give another box away. I have another box. I have 2 more. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Has Nat made up her mind, or do you want to write to me? What are we going to do, Nat? Have you made up your mind? Who do you want to give this happy box to? Oh, she's doing a color thing. Okay. No. Let her go. Let her go. This is great. Good. She's doing a color contest instead of just picking someone. She's going to let you guys pick yourself. Good. How fun, Nat. Good for you. Good for you. This is fun. I'm just going to sit here and read the comments. I don't know what the original question was, but I see all these color answers, so we're doing great. Congratulations to Rick Small. Did Rick Small just win this? Kim said so. Rick Small? Guess her favorite color. Okay. And Rick Small won it? Rick Small, what a nice guy. Nat, that was really fun of you. Thank you, Nat. Seriously. Thank you. I promise I'll put a little something in your other something to make up for the something. Okay? In the meantime, we get another person this week that gets something. That's cool. That's really cool. That's what we want to do. Okay? Rick Small, send me your address at the Detroit Mush Lab, .com in the contact section. Okay, you run that, send that to me, and Nat will send that out to you. Everyone else, because yesterday was Thanksgiving, everyone else, your packages are going out today. Let's do another giveaway. Who am I? It's not Pops. Pops isn't the answer. This giveaway is going to be a little interesting. Do you guys remember Tuesday or Wednesday I promised that we were going to give this guy away? Does anybody remember this guy? Hey, Jackie, I still need your address, dear. I have a box sitting here. You might have sent it, but I have a box sitting here. I need your address. Do you guys remember this? We started this together. This was one little boop, one tiny little dot, right? Now, it was last Thursday. What was last Thursday's date? Somebody look at their calendar real quick and tell me what was last Thursday's date. I know that this is Pink Buffalo. I hadn't labeled it before. What was last Thursday's date? Yes, Faye, you can come get it. Would you please IG me for my address? It was the 17th. Is that right, Hags? Okay, thank you. So we're going to put the date that this plate started, 11/17. And it was Pink Buffalo. And somebody needs this plate at their house. So let's win this. You're going to win that plate, and you're going to win some Pop Smoky-O. Okay? We're going to do some Pop Smoky-O. So this plate. All right. So this is going to be a Who Am I? Who am I? Thank you, Rick Small. Who am I? I was notoriously reclusive. I was notoriously reclusive. I am not Howard Hughes. Biden. During the campaign, he sure was. Howard Hughes, Tim Burton, Aleister Crowley, Einstein, Jesus Christ, Thoreau, Chris Bastian says himself, LaBud, Howard Hughes, Poe, Popcorn Sutton, Tesla, Stephen Hawking, Howard Hughes, Napoleon. There's some good answers in here. Galileo, Steve Jobs, Axl Rose, Emily Dickinson. Nice answer. The Globe, Bigfoot, me, Bobby Fischer. You guys are smart. These are good answers. None are right, but they're good answers. Dave, I guess there's a lot of reclusos. Brando, Jackie, Elon Musk, Betty Davis Eyes, Amelia Earhart, Georgia O'Keeffe, Bill Walterson, Charlie Brown, Dave Chappelle. I'm going to give another clue. I died in a drunk driving accident at the age of 44. I'm dying off at 44. Where am I? I'm up to Marlon Brando, Paul Allen, Salinger, Monroe. I'm reading them as I see them on my screen, Blake Elliott. As I see them. Bram, Emily, Dave Chappelle, Newton, Emily, Phil Spector, Harper Lee, Brando, Michael, James Dean, Picasso, Dave, Princess Diana, David Cassidy. So I'm 44. I die in a drunk driving accident, and I'm best known for action painting. Marilyn Manson, Diana, Heath Ledger, Gypsy Life, killing it with Jackson Pollock. Gypsy Life is getting Gypsy Plate and Gypsy Smoke. Gypsy Life, kill it. They use fractal analysis to authenticate my work. I am considered to be the greatest American painter ever. Not by me. My works were once described as events rather than paintings. I was notoriously reclusive. I died in a drunk driving accident at the age of 44, and I am best known for action painting. Okay? So, Blake Elliott, I'm getting a little bugged by you because you keep saying you said it first, and I keep telling you I read them off on my screen, and whichever one comes up first on my screen, that's the one I award the one to. So you must have a bad lag, bro. And if you tell me it every time, it's just going to frustrate me. So I'm calling out the person that I see, and that was Gypsy Life. Okay, Blake? Take Pop's word for it. He wouldn't avoid you on purpose. Okay? It seems like you get it right every time, and you complain every time. That's bothersome, Blake. You're better than that. Okay, Gypsy Life. You're the winner of that one. Okay. Boop. We're going to do another giveaway in about 5 minutes. There I go, Matthew. That's me using the kindness bat on old Blake. Blake, come on, man. Please don't complain. I know we talked this last week about doing lab work today. Of course, obviously we're not. It turned out to be difficult to do it after yesterday getting home and not really being set up or anything. So we're going to, for sure, Monday morning, when we start our show Monday morning, it'll be at the lab. We'll be down in the lab doing some plate transfer work, starting some LC. We're going to spend almost the whole hour down in the lab, and we're going to just be in front of the flow hood and doing all kinds of interesting hands-on work with nothing but questions and answers. Okay, so I promise we'll make that arrangement. I just couldn't get it all arranged today. Besides, there's a couple of plates that I'm waiting to colonize just a little bit more, and one of those plates is the ones that I really wanted to use with us, because I'm going to start 10 new plates, blankies, with us here on Monday, and I'm going to give those away next week. So there will be a bunch of new plates going out next week. Okay? So hang in there with me on that. I know today hasn't been much in terms of mycology. It's been more about codependency, kindness, even if it's not always seems kind, and being impeccable to the best of our ability. Okay? And I agree. Blake, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but bro, seriously. On my screen, I see you complain almost every single time, and I don't see your answer come across first. I really don't. But I'll tell you what you can do, Blake, and I don't mean to be rude. Do me a big favor, because this is easy for me. Send me your address. Send me your address, and I'll send you something today. I promise. I promise. I promise. And then it's a non-issue. But in the future, let's not complain here. This is the non-complaint site. Okay? But please, and if you don't, I'll be disappointed because you've made all of this fuss and then you won't send me your address. So please do that, and I'll send you something wonderful. Okay? Today's reading. I'm just going to do a quick reading and then our final giveaway of today. Okay? This comes from the Book of Awakenings. Okay? All right. Kim says, Kim, you're being so nice to Blake. Thank you for being kind. You're being nicer than me. I'm not trying to be unkind here. I want to make a real strong statement that I promise that I don't overlook anybody on purpose. I promise. I'm reading straight off of my screen. And when I get people complaining, it's a bad vibe. We're better than that. Okay? As a group. Okay. Forget the rant. Okay. Do you want to leave? Susan and I were sitting in an ice cream parlor when the two couples next to us began to get loud. They were just having a good time, but I was feeling a bit inward and intruded on. I felt the need to go. I leaned over to Susan and I asked if she wanted to leave. She goes, "No, I'm happy here." Seeing the consternation on my face, she said, "Do you want to go?" Thank you, moms. I agree with you on that. In that simple moment in a booth in an ice cream parlor, I realized that for much of my 49 years, I have tried to take care of my needs by indirectly projecting them on those around me, and then acting as if I'm taking care of the other person. He wants to leave, so he turns, "Oh, do you want to go?" This indirect way of trying to get what I need by planning my feelings as needs to be attended to and those around me has been a way to hide my vulnerability, while still managing to appear as a kind and other-centered person. I realize I'm not alone in this malady. It's often so subtle and so close to our healthy way of relating to others that we seldom realize the manipulation and deceit that's involved when we do that. We subtly put our needs on someone else and then act like we're doing it to help them. Of course, this indirectness lives in us because somewhere along the way we became convinced, often with a good harsh reason, that to voice directly what we need is asking to be hurt. Yet I know of no other way to reverse this hiding of who we are than to catch ourselves humbly in each instance and to rise out of our private cave, admit the indirectness, and say what we feel and what we need as soon as possible. The energy wasted in trying to quietly get others to behave in ways that will satisfy our needs remains a major source of anxiety and alienation. Rather than prevent us from being hurt, indirectness and dishonesty only heighten our isolation from what it means to be alive. Indirectness would have been not addressing the drunk in the car. Indirectness would be not addressing somebody that isn't happy with me in the way I run a contest. That would be indirect. I'll manipulate you into feeling like I'm taking care of you. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be impeccable, and either you get taken care of or you don't. Part of our agreement is we don't take it personal. I don't take it personal what you think, and you don't take it personal what I think. And then you avoid all of this mess. Underneath it all is the fundamental truth that as trees have leaves that are nicked and eaten. There isn't a perfect tree in the world. They all have a leaf that's got a nick or have been eaten a little bit by a moth somewhere on them. Human beings have feelings that are just as worn by the act of living. We have a right to these. They're evidence of our human seasons. It's pretty good. Flowering and the buds are always ripe. Not so. But be impeccable. Don't be indirect. Don't be afraid to tell how you think and what you feel. And in the process, what your motivation should be is healing. We don't want here at this site a bunch of complaining. One person starts complaining. I'm not picking on this gentleman right now. I'm just using an example. One person starts to complain, and it becomes an attitude of complaining. Next thing you know, all we do is sit around and complain. Do you guys know any sites like that? Do you know anybody know a site like that? I do. They sit around and they complain because one little guy. We don't need it. You let the little crack in the door and you don't address it. I'm not talking about a person here, so don't take it personal. I sit here in front of you guys and take most of the blame. I tell you when I'm a mess up. I admit it. I confess. I clean it up in front of you as fast as I can. But the last thing we want is a place that we're pointing fingers at each other, gossiping. That's the thing, we've cleaned up here. There is no gossip. You know what we do here? We do what Nat does. We give it away. Mushmouth got a deer. Let's do a final giveaway. It's a big one. This one's too obvious. You guys will all know it's Taylor Swift. Whose birthday is it? It's Nat's birthday? Nat, on IG tomorrow. Nat, on IG tomorrow, I'm going to do I'm going to sing a song to you live on IG tomorrow. I don't feel like I should do it on the day before your birthday. Okay? So on IG live tomorrow, I'm going to do a song for you. Who am I? No, what am I? 12-pointer, that's great, Mush. Sherry's like, who? Let's do it at... I didn't want you to go out of your... I'm not going out of my way, Nat. I'm not, I promise. It's a lovely, fun thing for us to do. I honestly don't even have the hat or glasses sitting close by. Okay, otherwise I would just do it right now. Okay, let's 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, if you're feeling like it, jump on IG. The Detroit Mush Lab 1. Pops will be on there for about 5 or 10 minutes celebrating Nat's birthday with her. Okay? So we'll see you guys over there tomorrow. In the meantime, what am I? I am banned from schools. I am banned from schools. We're going to do it on IG tomorrow. Live. Knitting Nat birthday. I'm a gun. I'm books. I'm a gun. I'm books. I'm a knife. I'm prayer. I'm smoking. I'm a book. I'm chains. I'm prayer. I'm COVID. I'm reading them as I see them in the order I see them. Hats. I'm soda pop. I'm a Bible. I'm religion. I'm vaping. I'm education. Completely banned from school. Bridgie. Education. Prayer. Religion. Car. Vape. Weed. Bubblegum. Flags. Pizza. American flag. Racism. Bandans. My ex-wife's breath is my son's rights. Drugs. Corporal butter. This is going to turn into a political one. I am odorless to people with Alzheimer's. LBGQ2UUs. Dungeons and Dragons. Drugs. Aspirin. Sugar. Guns. Tamagotchi. Bullying. Common sense. Discrimination. Bubblegum. Common sense. Bully. Hats. Awesome Nat. Bikinis. Cursive. Hoodies. Sugar. Baby daddies. Words. Litter bros. Violence. Caffeinated drinks. Bubblegum. Critical thinking. Nerd nature. Got it. Nerd nature. Nerdy. Peanuts. Peanut butter. Nerd nature. Congratulations. Peanut butter. I am one of the most nutritious foods in the world. I am banned from schools. I am odorless to people with Alzheimer's. I didn't know that. I was invented as a source of protein for people without teeth. That was why you were invented? So we could just mush you around? I am generally not sold in Europe, Russia, or China. And I am found in 75% of homes in the U.S. Peanut butter. What a great answer. Nerd nature. Here we go. This is going to be a kind of a nice box, bro. Okay? You're getting a pop pack. You're getting one of our little shroom friends that light up. You're getting a shroom friend that lights up. I have a couple more of those I'll be giving away next week, you guys. So we got those two. Oh, let's go ahead and throw some swabs in there. Some chupacabra swabs. Let's put some swabs just because they fit perfectly in the box. Yeah, you know what else? I think a couple of grams of hillbilly would be fun. A couple of grams of hillbilly, wouldn't that be fun? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Pops was looking at going, it's not enough. It's not enough. We're going to have to give him about a 3-gram thrash fruit, too. So let's give him some 3-gram thrash fruit. Yeah, now that's enough. Now that right there, that officially is enough. Nerdy, send me your address, please, and I will send that out to you. You guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock on IG, just for a few minutes so we can say hi to Nat and celebrate her. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. Wonderful, wonderful. I sounded like Ed Sullivan. You guys, have a great day. We'll be all kind of mycology next week, so hang in there. If we didn't get a lot of our mycology on today, we will next week. We'll make up for it. Okay? Kindness with the bat. And then what else do we do with our turkey legs? I forget already. I lost in Nat and Overjoyed and Kimberly and King and Vegas and EMT and Spoony Spoon. But you said it first. Mushmouth and Anthony. Okay, Spoony, I'm laughing. Anthony and Gypsy and Ladrand. And I lost in City. And James Rigo. And Mike Barabell. And I lost in Natty Knit, Natty Knit. And Momo and EMT and Super Spooker and Street Glide. And Overjoyed and Sandman and Sherry and Carlotta and Chris and Higgs. And Anthony and Jimmy Max and Bridge. And Rebel and I lost in Whiskey. Jackie, there you are, girl. Mike and Silly Gal. Leonard Oaks, you had a great week. Moms and Faye. And Super Spooks and Ricky Smalls and Jesus Christ all the way in Australia. Censored Citizen, God Bath, Streety Glidey, MVP, The Tube Junkie, Saska Mojo Vega, Spoony, Nerd Nature, Eric, DJ, Captain, Jesus Christ, Sid Hunter, Matthew, there's my guy, Sandman, Anthony, Gypsy Light, Kim, The Slick Kitten, you have a great day, MVP, Pops, peace, see you guys. Hold on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Pops, Nitty Nat, birthday, out. See you guys tomorrow.